Roxana Heisler with Roxana Sells Idaho, and I'm here with Kama Consulting. Hi, Kama.
Hi.
Describe to our audience what you do, Kama.
So I have two parts of my business. I am a licensed psychotherapist here in the state of Idaho, locally in Boise, and I also have an online coaching business. My counseling practice really focuses on people struggling with stress and anxiety, and my coaching business really dives into helping women have healthy dating relationships, which is super fun.
Excellent. And what brought you into your career?
I have literally always known this is what I want to do. I don't know that that's the experience everybody has, but since I was 12, I picked up a psychology book.
Wow.
And I just knew, this was my calling, and I have arrived, in that moment. It shifted and changed over the years. I think in my 20s, I had a lot of stress. I was just working all the time and checking all the boxes and doing all the things, and I totally got burned out, and my health suffered a little bit. And so I have a really passion for helping my clients really learn how to manage their stress better so they don't get to that point. I work with a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners here locally and just helping them dial that in. The other half of my business I came to after a really heartbreaking divorce. I realized I'd kind of just been going through relationship after relationship that didn't really serve me. And I was watching all of my friends do the same thing, and I had so many clients do the same thing that I was like, I have got to figure this out for people and help them get through this more quickly versus, just think that having unhealthy patterns is okay. It doesn't have to be that hard. And so that's how I got into kind of coaching and that angle.
Nice. And what do you love most about that?
All of it. I get to help people all day. I get to sit with them in their stories through some of their hardest things and through some of their best things, right? In my coaching business, a lot of the women who come to me are just out of a relationship. They're feeling really heartbroken and really hopeless and feel like, they're just not worthy of love. They're never gonna find it. They feel really hopeless. And then, getting a text from a client that I just got engaged, and they find setting healthy boundaries and having healthy relationships can be just so life-changing. So it's just, the whole thing is a really beautiful process.
I can see that. You change people's lives.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
What other job? I don't know. It's just what I've always been meant to do.
Oh, I love that. So I'm sure there are some challenging things doing what you're doing. What do you think maybe the most challenging thing has been?
I'd say the most challenging thing I've ever encountered has been COVID, honestly. Everybody is struggling. Anxiety for people is higher than ever. First we struggled with the transition away from work and going home and the unknown and all the scary things that came with this virus that we didn't understand. Then the political side came. Then we started transitioning back to work and, watching parents really struggle with what's the right thing to do for their kids. Do they send them to school? Do they homeschool them? How do I work from home and take care of my kids and homeschool them and do all the things, right? It's just this constant battle for people of how do I make the best decision for me and my family right now today, knowing that information could change tomorrow, right? And so people have just really struggled more this last 2 years than ever, and it's been really interesting as a therapist. This is the first time that all of us have also struggled with the exact same thing our clients are going through at the exact same time, right? I also went home and had to learn how to work from home while my dogs are barking and figuring out, is it okay to wear yoga pants on the bottom and a workshop shirt on the top?
Yes, it is.
Is it fine? I don't know.
Yeah.
How do I transition from work? Because as a therapist, being able to leave your work at work is really important so that you're not taking all that really heavy emotional stuff home with you at the end of the day. But how do you do that when you're at home all day kind of with your clients virtually? But that has been literally the biggest struggle of my entire career. It's been really crazy, and all of my colleagues have kind of said the same thing.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah. It's impacted the whole world, and I think will for a long time probably. At least from a mental health standpoint, right? Yesterday I was talking to a friend about the COVID kids, the little ones that have not ever gone to school even though they should have, and don't have the social interaction and are used to wearing masks and all of the, what does that look like socially for them over the years? So it's just going to be watch and see.
Yeah. What do you think sets you apart from other therapists?
Yeah, great question. I think we all have our uniqueness, right? As a therapist, like we're bringing our personal self to it. It's not just like a checklist that we go through of like, here's how you treat somebody with anxiety, for example. Over the years, I've really evolved in my practice to learn, I was taught that you bring as little of yourself to the session as possible. Mm-hmm. But that's actually really inauthentic for me. I just am who I am. I'm like to make jokes and connect with people, and that connection is really important to me, and I think it's one of the most important things that you have in this kind of relationship. And so I've learned to just bring my personality. It's not like I'm sharing my whole life with my clients, but I am very much myself in session and out of session. I don't know if my clients ran into me on the street that they would notice any difference in my personality or who I am. The other half of it is I'm a psychology nerd. So I've now spent 20 years studying neuroscience and the brain and how, your thoughts and behaviors and emotions are all connected. I also take a really holistic approach. So I was taught under the medical model, which says that if you've got depression, it's because you have low neurotransmitter activity and you need to take some medication for it. Now that I've done this long enough, I can see now that our diet, our exercise, our social interactions, the whole person really needs to be looked at and seen in that way. And so I go through this whole process of my clients of looking at what is your caffeine use and how much exercise are you using and what kind of supplements are you taking. And I don't know about you, but as far north as we are, I cannot exist in the winter here without vitamin D.
Yes, absolutely. It is my daily one too.
Right? And there's a right and a wrong way to take vitamin D in order to get the most benefits out of it. So I look at the whole picture, everything from their family life to their work life to their nutrition, and we look at what we need to add in and what we need to take out. And so I don't know that everybody's doing that, which I think is a disservice to people.
Yeah, that's pretty broad. That's really amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I love it. So good. I can't tell you how many clients I've had come in that are having panic attacks and they're drinking 2 Monsters and 6 cups of coffee a day. And
boy.
The only change we make is take out caffeine, and they're like, oh, I didn't know I could feel so good.
Wow. How basic, but how...
So simple, yeah.
Wow. So if people want to reach out to you for your services, how do they get a hold of you, Kama?
Yeah, probably the best way is either my website or Instagram. My full name is Kama Hurley, KamaHurley. So kamahurley.com or just Instagram at Kama Hurley.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing your story with us, Kama.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I hope you all reach out to Kama. I'm Roxana Heisler with Roxana Sells Idaho, and this is Kama with Kama Consulting.